Commander is taking over all parts of the game of Magic the Gathering.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Why just Azusa, not Thezusa?
And it's taking over this stream as well. I made some random changes to the Azusa Commander deck. I played one league with it already. Actually 2 leagues. It's been kind of fun. The deck is all about ramping. You kind of have some playoff to ramp to, but some Eldrazi's. But really, most of the time you just do stuff with your lands. Eye of Ugin, Dark Depths, Dust Bowl, Ghost Quarter, Maze of Ith,
He's a phenomenal
Glacial
control
Chasm,
player.
Mr. Canista playing Duel.
Rishadan Port, Talos Gate of Morana, Tectonic Edge, Shifting Woodland. Really, mostly the most impressive thing so far was the Dust Bowl. You can bully some people when you combine Azusa with a Crucible effect, which you have Crucible, Icefield Explorer, Conduit.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Hype.
Hatsune Miku Azusa does not exist on Magic Online. That can only happen on your... We're up against Tivit, Seller of Secrets. What the heck is that? What the heck is Tivit? Right, Esper 6 mana, Flying Ward 3. Investigate, make a treasure. While voting, you may vote an additional time. So opponent gets 2 tokens of their choice and 1 token of my choice. Well, that's 6 mana. Holy shit, we have Karn Liberated and Eugene's Labyrinth. I giga keep. Let's play Havenwood Battlegrounds. Because it ETB stabbed, but it can tap for green. Holy shit, Skeletors. 6 mana is a lot for people who aren't you. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I can't use Azusa fully now, but I guess I will still play her. Adding Eugene's Labyrinth was my own innovation. I also added the Karn Liberated. It's nowhere near being consistent, but sometimes it helps. Just remember Freestyle Lookout plus this ball being very stupid in OTJ Limited. That's kind of surprising because the limited decks have mostly basics in them, right? We'll choose land. Seems like I could start those bowling my opponent quite soon. Sad. Right, so I'll sacrifice this to play the Icesteel Explorer this turn. And replay the Battlegrounds from my graveyard. Maybe we can mill and Blackstack into multiple lands. Okay, okay. One more. Ah, Wildgrowth. So next turn I find Dust Ball and I should kill my opponent's lands mostly. While I'm dealing them 1 point of commander damage. Where can you find this format's ban list? If you type Duel Commander ban list, you will see a pretty extensive article. They have a lot of bans, but Blood Moon is banned, and that's just very important. What is this? Sure. Could summon Karn. Seems better to Dust Ball though. I sacrifice Dust Bowl. Cancer wins, yeah. So we had what? 3 more lands placed, stored? Which would mean Dust Bowling another land. Which seems pretty hard for my opponent to recover from. Alright. Let's think out sideboarding. We can change our commander from Azusa to... Actually, I don't think I can. I don't know if I have any legendary green creatures. Azusa better. I ended up not playing any games with Lumra, but the Azusa deck is Giga based. Seems like the only legendary creatures are Emrakul. Second Emrakul and Ulamog, so I can't make those my commander. Okay, maybe I'll Luxag into a forest. On turn 1, otherwise I'll just have Fable Passage, so... A bit slow, but... Opponent's deck doesn't seem very fast either. This format seems kinda skewed towards low CMC commanders. Most people play cheap ones, yeah. The other day, my opponent revealed 2 commanders. One of those was the 0 cost red Kobold, and the other one was some Kulari Abzan guy. And my opponent played a 0 cost commander into Kalde Week, or whatever that ritual is called, which is black mana at 4 mana. They played something fucked up. Alright, I lost focus and my wild growth is gone. Is sideboard Tifa any good? I don't think so. How would that work even? Wow, nice lands to play, huh? Maybe I should mulch. Playing Azusa seems a bit weak. 2 lands, sure, I'll take it. It is funny that you have to click them, but you also, like, MTGO asks you to click them. If you don't click, we are not progressing. Brain search. So it would appear that my opponent is playing a so-called control deck. Esper control. The reasoning on the Ban of Blood Moon is immaculate. Let's find it. There's no reasoning. How do I find it? Field of Ruin? Oh no. Should I play Muli Duli? Or Azusa? Let's go with Azusa maybe. Seems like less of a deal if Azusa gets countered than if Muli Duli gets countered. 3-step Brothers ahead, okay. Command zone, yes. Link to Dust, my favorite passage. Sad. Commander has way too many restricted cards for me, TBH. Like WTF, I can only play 1 lightning bolt. You're a funny guy. It is weird that they are playing TV. That card is insane value when you have 3 opponents. Well, maybe they thought they will. Alright, now I'll summon Muli Duli. Seems like opponent is countering all my plays. I should have been on the play and kept a hand with acceleration to be able to play a turn to Azusa and have way too many lands for them to just counter all of my shit. Let's play the sneaky Maze of Ith. They will not expect me to tap it for mana next turn with Urborg. Alright, 6 mana. Is it time to cast the commandos? Or is villain playing a Shorikai? Interesting. I'll summon Azusa. If she gets countered, then hopefully opponent cannot use Shurikai. Otherwise I can Boseiju it. Counterspell Azusa, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Guess I'll just cast a 7 mana Azusa next turn. And soon I will start casting Ugins and Emraluls. Well, it's down to 2 cards. Right, now is it time for the Commandos man? TV'd. So it's whenever it enters or deals combat damage. Opponent voted for bribery twice. Sure, you can get more treasures. You find it funny that you can play Urborg in my Mono G deck. Yeah, it is wild that I can play Seeming Growth Chamber. Like, I can't get it. I can't understand it. How make it make sense. This whole situation looks pretty bad. It has ward free. So I can't even Maze of Ith it nicely. Alright. Whatever happens, happens. I play 7 mana Azusa. I use Shurikai to draw 2. Why didn't we Chasm? I'll Chasm after Azusa. If I Chasm pre-Azusa, it's gonna be not good. Alright, playable Boseiju, whatever, Shurikai can live. I can't care about that. It's Scavenger Grounds, that sucks. Probably Forest. And I can Sylvan Scrying for something good. Is that something good? Perhaps Eye of Ugin? Not much use to Dustball my opponent. I'm playing Yavimaya Hollow my deck. It seems really bad so far. There has to be something better. I think Eye of Ugin. That means I can cast Emrakul next turn. There's no way they play Consign to Memory, right? Oh, they had a Field of Ruin, so my Chasm dies. Whatever. I guess that was also a reason not to Chasm, maybe. Surely this Ugin will resolve and solve all of my problems. Alright, I vote for bribery. I'm not giving you cards. Opponent chooses treasures as well, which is maybe not a great sign. I don't know what to do, so I'll play the Emrakul. And hope that somehow it's good enough. I do have a Teferi in play, so they could bounce their Commander. It has ward free. There's no commander damage because you would die to regular damage anyways. I'm not entirely sure what's the purpose of the commander damage anyways in Commander, like what's the original idea behind that? Why are we doing it? Is it to make it a better idea to put auras on your commander? But I don't understand that. Farewell, instant speed, I see. Well, I guess I will just find the Promised End. Given out decks that just spam Life-Gain, I guess. Well, is that something you need to like include in your game of Magic the Gathering? Just wonder how much it actually matters, and tracking it is probably a pain. So you have to get dealt 21 damage from a single commander, right? It is not all commanders combined dealing 21 damage, I suspect. I mean, I'm out for bribery always. 8 treasures. TV'd. Oh, we're casting something with the treasures. Is that Triskai Decaphobia? No, it's just a Mind Sculptor. Well, Eye of Ugin was... You trap the Eldrazi's, like it makes Eldrazi's cheaper because well, if you trap them, you can also untrap them. Simple as that. Alright, I am searching for Emrakul the Promised End and hoping that I can destroy my opponent if I control them for a turn. They could have maybe activated their Shorikai and killed me. Seeing that they have Teferi would probably be a wise choice. But I guess they missed some crew. Okay, -2. Yeah, I know it is crew 8, so they would have needed to have an extra monster. Also, there's a Maze of Ith in play. See? They thought of everything. Can't target their commander, it has ward 3, and I need to use my Eye of Ugin to win. Well, I vote for evidence now, you get a clue. Seems better to me when I'm going to take their turn. Wonder if they have a solution to Emrakul. In their deck or in their hand. Oh, it's too cheaper because of Eye of Ugin, I forgot about that. It's useful. The trigger has resolved, that was what was important. Target player just discards 2 cards. Curious. Sure. Esper Charm, target myself. The Lulu. No map, Kraken respawns. No, I don't know what to map for. You could argue I want to keep Ugin in my hand. I don't know if I do, so I didn't. But maybe it would be wise. Could have kept the forest in hand to play around Esper Charm discard. Right, I'll just have 6. My opponent can spend all their treasures and do all they want. Counterspell the Emrakul, that's fine. Actually, I could Scavenger Grounds. But I don't know if that's what I should do. Well, probably I should have. Emrakul in play would be pretty good. It hit my map. And I didn't respond. Because I have 6. Well, too bad. Primeval Titan is banned in EDH, right? Perhaps, but it is in my deck. It's a pretty good card in my deck. Right, so I should have cracked my map, but too bad I didn't. Alright, this is gonna be hard. Well, I can cycle the dragon, that's cheaper than playing it. I'm wondering what to do with the planeswalkers. Has the League of the Best Modern Deck already happened? No, it was supposed to be a prelim. I joined the prelim today and I didn't fire. You convinced several people for the PT2. Holy shit, Davink, you single-handedly influenced the meta of the biggest MTG tournament. What is Tithe? Planes? Sure. 3 planes? That doesn't seem too concerning. Any ways to kill the Planeswalker? I guess I can unexpectedly absent. But I don't have the mana for that. Bounce Snap, Absent Wrath. I think it's not like that great to do that. I mean, Absent just puts the Jace back on top. So is it really worthwhile? Maybe I should brainstorm and find something juicy in the deck. No, bro, let's brainstorm. Long goodbye. Mental misstep. Long goodbye Teferi. Plane cycle. Look at their deck. Screenshot for later because I don't want to. Well, I Oracle of Promise Then is in their deck, that's crazy. Bunch of counters. Push away. Void Rend, okay. Teferi Hero. Toxic Deluge. Yeah, they do have a Deluge. That's a good card to hit with. It's a good one to hit. Return TV to the command zone. Holy shit, I have the right to put it back into... I could just put it into the graveyard. No. I did not realize that. I wonder if it's gonna... Yeah, it's gone for good. No. Alright, that's it. So there is a Jace and a shit hand against my top decks. So, I don't know. It's gonna be rough, but... I mean, we have the Eye of Ugin, so Jace versus Eye of Ugin. Top decks which Jace can control. Well, not much, they will brainstorm. I have a map on top of my deck, I have 2 fetches in play, chat. It's good. Too bad I let them counter my Emrakul because... Well, I mean, it had its upsides. You get Dryad Arbor to attack the Jace. Alright, I'll beat them. Maybe they did not joy counter. No! Pay costs, remand? Brutal. Maybe punished for not using Eye of Ugin to get Ulamog. Why? We only had 12 mana, ... True. Nice thing though is game 3, we will be on the play. Only needed 11 mana with Garenbrig now. Well, you could argue that Garenbrig makes 2 mana. Graveyard has been exiled with Scavenger Grounds. It is best of 3, yes, we won game 1. In this spot, it would be nice to have a Shuffle Eldrazi in my deck. Well, that's gonna kill me. Face up Factor Fiction, but you want the mystery free cards, right? They took them. Is Emrakul the Eon Storm legal, chat? Did they ban it? Would be useful in this spot. In deck, yes, not as commander. Holy shit, Emrakul commander is kind of funny. Am I going to lose? I will win the match, but I am going to lose right now, yes. They should unban it when you have 15 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. We have exactly 15, chat. Dobra, I lose. It's good opponent, I understood your message here. You don't have many cards for 1 mana. So I should just draw a good hand that will summon Azusa on turn 2. Yeah, that qualifies. Hey Canister, are you going to lose? O kurwa, mental misstep? No nie. Not nice. You're not sure you like the side profile portrait art cards. Well, sucks to be you then, bro. Is that a no? Is anything actually happening in real in Toulouse? Because I thought it was just a joke. Probably should have played Boseju. If this gets countered, then I could play Augur Voton and play a land at the top. Opponent doesn't even realize how lucky they got to draw Mental Misstep on the draw. A DC win a Lotus tournament. DC or Duel Commander. I'm not going to lose. I thought I was just being asked if I'm going to lose because I was in a bad position previous game and Chad was like, haha, will you lose this game? You're going to lose? Trinisphere, so did not hit a land anyways. So that's exactly my play lands from the top. And Coven? Okay, doesn't matter. Do you know I almost made history at 4 seasons this weekend? Congrats, Da Vinci. What is important in life is being happy with yourself, and you excel at that. Which is really heartwarming to see. Am I going to Yemen? Not anytime soon, no. Seems like we are getting bullied by my opponent's control deck, which is a really sad experience. But we'll see, maybe I can manage to unclog this game. Had an amazing weekend, 4 tournaments with an almost perfect record. Combined score 17-3-2. Well, that's like 5 matches you didn't win. You could do better, bro. Well, whatever. If they have a counter spell, I will lose. Go big or go home. 5 lands. With 5 cards after having brainstormed twice. Alright, let's play another one. Opponent controlled me and now I feel really bad. Like, it's almost like playing Titan against control in Modern. Indominus Rex Alpha. Any alphas in the chat? I can give you a Hatsune Miku Azusa if I see you in any IRL event. Alright. I'll remember that, thank you. That will be the start. Oh, so unlucky. Although I guess it wouldn't have been great anyways. Relic Fest 2025. Latest news. Last news. No data was found. Sounds good. Seems legit. On my way to compete in the tournament. Is Jungle Basin in my deck? I don't think so. I've not heard that name. I'm not familiar with the card. Well, is it the old one? This one sacrifices, right? Sacrifice it, so I'm not interested in... Well, I guess I kinda am. Maybe I should play it. Because it works well with Crucibles still. Is a lot of ban in this format, like the One Ring specifically? Probably. Let's cast Winding Way. Name more lands. If they kill Azusa, I guess I can name creature, but I have so few in my deck, 15. I mean, I would probably play the One Ring if it was not banned. Push the Azusa. Alright, let's still name land. Draw 3, Mailed GSZ. Good thing I did not name creature. Interaction is so unfair. I mean, I still have plenty more mana than my opponent does, and I can summon Azusa next turn. Drew creature. Holy shit, that's true. I have the Dryad Arbor. Psychic Frog. It's OP. Maybe it's a good time to All-Is Dust, actually. Seems like it. I'll lose my Utopia Sprawl. This is not the cool dinosaur deck I was hoping for. Let's read Indomitus Rex Alpha. Enters, discard any number of creature cards. It enters with a flying counter on it if a card discarded had flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Haste, Indestructible, Lifelink, Manager, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. When ETBs, draw a card for each counter on it. Oh, kurka. So will they discard anything cool? Right, I'll play Yavimaya. Then I'll keep Rishadan Port untapped to tap my opponent's land so they can't cast a dinosaur next turn, because that would be scary. Cling to Dust is in every deck in this format. Next turn I can Sylvan Scrying for Dark Depths and Urza's Cave for Thespian stage, or rather the other way around, to assemble the Marit Lage. That seems like opponent just gave up. This hand is horrible, doesn't cast Azusa on turn 2, and seems to have few redeeming qualities. Okay, this looks good. Let's put back Worldbreaker, maybe? Not sure, maybe it's stupid to do with Eldrazi Temple, but... Funny how our 3 mana value commander has twice as many lands as their 5. Mana value commander ramp deck. I would say that my deck is probably more of a ramp deck than theirs. Am I enjoying this format? It's pretty funny so far. We enjoy colors, then we can't mulch. Aye, that's true. Big mistake. It truly revealed that I am just a novice in this format. When I was 3 cards in hand, what happened? They moved down to 5. Cringe. So I would have the World Breaker mana now on the next turn. Too bad. Nadu is also legal in the 99. That's fucked up. Then why am I not playing Nadu? Mulch or Winding Way? Let's go with Mulch because I don't have to make a decision and it's, simpler. Whoa. Those are nice. Let's play Maze of Ith. Horizon of Poggers. War Room. And whatever, put a land into play Sorcerer Speed because I don't care. Let's not attack with Azusa. If they have some flash creatures, then it would be a shame. And they are incentivized to play keyword creatures, and flash is one of those. Is Golos a 5-color commander deck? Assuredly. Is flash a word on a dino? No, it is not, but some creatures have flash and keywords, right? So Shaldred, Monka, Crystal Vein, Conduit, Azusa, that's a huge mana burst. Trini. Koksu 5 gram, odlecieć sam. Combat damage can be prevented. Oh, kurka. This creature having relevant text is not something I expected. Monka. I guess I'll name land still. No, I should name creature because I have Conduit in my hand. Okay, good creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So if I play Conduit of Worlds, I'll go tap, 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 and then I have 6, 7, 8, 9. It also counters my Glacial Chasm. That's brutal. So maybe I should just champ for a turn. Because it seems to me like I can't play a big Mr. Eldrazi, so I will instead play the Conduit of Worlds. Play Castle. Cave. Cave can gain me 2 life. Crystal Vein. Kildare. Land. Chamblock Shouldred. Maybe Chamblock both. Nah, seems unwise with Azusa in play. And I can find Radiant Fountain with Urza's Cave to stay afloat and survive. Oh, I can also phase out their monster, that's true. That's kinda based. Well, that sounds pretty awesome actually, let's do that. Talon Gates. Phase out. Frenzied Baloff. Prevent all combat damage from Joldrad. Block it for good measure. Why not Joldrad? Use 2 more on your draw step. Because then I save my Grazer. Which is giga important to me. Alright, I guess they choose which Eldrazi they can get hit by, but I also have Conduit of Worlds, so they kinda have no choice. I still have the last say. So this is how the Azusa gameplay is supposed to look like, chat. The illusion of choice, yes. We're playing against Terra. Magical Adept. Sure. My hand is pretty bad. Whatever, I'll keep it. The Jensen deck is just Cascade, Living End. Jensen Cartalion. Druid Exile is 2 mana. It's 2 mana but 5 colors, what I bait. How many Cascades do they have? They have Living Death and Living End. Horde of Notions. Why is that card in this deck? Phalange Wayfarer is all colors. This ability doesn't affect its color identity. Another proof that the color identity rules are stupid. I'll fetch 2 F6. Copaline George and 2 Elvish Mystic. Oh no. And I kept a hand with no place. The fact that I can't play a suitable land is just crazy. Crop into Eldrazi Temple. Holy shit, you're right. I should have done that. Renan Sex, sure. You know, let's do that anyways. It was pretty horrible to not do that immediately, but it's good. All this does, sure, seems good. Let me sacrifice my Conduit of Worlds if I need to. Oh no, the Drillman returns. I was in Pilgrim. Oh, because Terra is, I guess, a 5-color commandos because she makes mana of every color. Wow, nice hand, bro. Let's draw some action. Forest, sounds good. Oh, kurka. They have 1 card in hand. They pitched Alpha Deathclaw. Urborg should be illegal in your deck. Why? Play Chasm? Why? They have Ashen Rider in their deck? Was some nice Arboreal. Repeatedly sack and replay both of the lands? Yeah, but why? Alright, I'll play the Chasm. Just for you. I hope it was a nice experience. I think I will all is dust indeed, killing my Conduit of Worlds. Seems like it leaves them with few resources. And I can top deck an Eldrazi or anything basically. Oh yeah, Urborg makes black mana for them, that's true. That was bad then. Alright, they cycle troll. Same thing. Opponent's deck looks like a pile so far. And it doesn't even seem to make much sense to me. We have mana dorks, faithless looting, reanimation, grief, what? What is that all about? Should keep Fable Passage in hand. It's better if I draw Iceal Explorer, I guess. Doesn't matter much. Terra Magical Adept again. So what's the condition to flip? 6 mana? Terra grab Fable, classic. We have Priest of the Fell Rites and Ashen Rider, that is true. Have you considered not drawing lands? My deck is mostly lands. I tap Maze of Ith. Yes, well played. Thank you. War Room would have been nice, I agree. They played Fable over reanimating Ashen Rider. They are saving Ashen Rider for the next game. Trinisphere. Okay. I play Trinisphere then. I really need to pee, so my opponent will have to wait for me. You once got by someone taking 5 minutes to resolve their mulligan game 2 in an RCQ that you forgot you had 2 game ending Leyline of the Voids in hand. Crazy. Really sad happening. Alright, what's the text on Terra? Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga... So... They put 3 lore counters to all the abilities trigger or just the bottom one? I don't know. We'll see. Unless it has red ahead, that's crazy. Now it's a 6/6 flyer and it does that 2 more times after it adds 10 mana. Well, I better draw my Eldrazi now, I guess. Should probably crack the Fabled Passage, but I don't have a stop, so I'll just rely on the luck of the draw. That is not an Eldrazi, so perhaps a problem. It is an Eldrazi related card. Does my deck play Eye of Ugin? It does, yeah, it's really good. Unfortunately, had no privilege to search up any lands this game, so I had no opportunity to find Eye of Ugin. You called the opponent's deck a pile and then lost. Very curious. No, any draw step now. I'll draw Emrakul, the Promised End, which is going to turn the tides. Point kind of got me with the endurance this game as well. Which I guess I could have fetched away a bunch of more lands from my deck, but not that like it would have changed much. I chose to turn the Woodland into Priest, which is fair, and reanimate Ashen Rider, which is gonna hit the Maze of Ith, presumably. That's fine. I should come up with a shortening to activate only as a sorcery. I agree. Gas Quarter. I mean, I technically live, right? So let's not give up just yet. No, I don't really live. Okay. Opponent has found a way. There's like 5 colors options if that appeals to you. No, I want to like be able to play a hedge maze in my deck to fetch it with my fetches. The surveillance like that I just need to draw, like that's fine. Maybe they could be okay, but they don't really offer what I would want. Holy shit, 2 opening hand effects basically. Kinda redundant. Well, I guess we should once upon before resolving the Devourer. Gallifrey Council Chamber sounds like a real card for sure. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Point pause call on D when they see me resolve those effects. That's funny. Let's grab Conduit. We exiled a few lands from my deck, which is sad, but it's okay. They're not super important. I guess that's a downside of Devourer. If you exile your Dark Depths, you have the entire combo is unavailable. Alright, let's check Gallifrey Council Chamber, but from the name of the card, the chances that it's on Magic Online are slim. I need to cast a Time Lord or Alien spell. Any aliens in the chat? I'm an alien on the floor. And I'm dancing like I'm dancing too before. The land is amazing. Green, Wild Grove, okay. Kavu! Well, we'll get rid of my Rivetery's Lookout, so... I'm laughing at the Kavu, but it's going to ruin me. Or maybe they will loot. Riveter's Overlook. There's no way they don't just loot. I mean, I think there is a way. They've seen me replay the land 3 times. I think there was very much a way. They milled Overlord of the Balemork and Bitter Union. Second main phase Tundra? No, they fetched it with before damage. Going deeps. Yeah, it loaded the wrong Echoing Deeps. Sad. Prosperity is a powerful land. Prosperity? Each player draws X cards. It's not, doesn't look much like a land to me. Could get Dark Depths and Thespian Stage, or I could find Dust Bowl and a bounce land. That sounds nice. Eye of Ugin is the most tutored land, I think. It is a pretty often tutored land, yes. Oh, Prosperity Dust Ball, I see, yeah. This was a good spot for Prosperity Dust Ball. Indeed. Next turn I can just kill the remaining 2 lands. We are coming for you, Kavu, soon. Your power and toughness will drop. Mr. Kavu. They ditched Ashen Rider though. Alright. They go after my Dust Ball, that's sad. Alright, play Expedition map. Fetch. Eye of Ugin. Play Eye of Ugin. Play Devourer. Exile Ashen Rider. Search for Ghost Quarter. Do you think they have 0 basics in their deck? I was not thinking that. But maybe. I mean, they probably don't play too many. They play Swamp. Seems like they are mainly Jund. They probably only play the Jund basics. Which now it feels like I am advantaged. But literally the point of exile is that it doesn't kill. That's why they print exile, because it answers on death effects. Well, that's why we need to on exile effects. We discarded Archon. It seems like they won't be able to reanimate that anytime soon. 2 basics in their deck. I like how big this Azusa is over here. It just shows you the importance of your commander. On the draw, kind of a slow hand, but maybe Devourer can find an acceleration card. Horn of Greed is pretty funny. Whenever a player plays a land, that player draws a card. Really good when you play many lands per turn. Less so when you don't. None of those seem particularly good. So I guess I'll just click no. And draw a fetch. Makes sense. One lander. That's too many lands. Guess it will just supply my opponent's Deathrite Shaman with targets forever. Maybe should have kept a fetch then? Might be wise to play out the Horn of Greed. If my opponent has no lands, then they milled Utopia Sprawl. Guess they can play it, that's fine. No land? Unlucky. Love is free. Maybe keeping a fetch in hand was wise. I'll play Azusa though. Or maybe keeping a fetch over Horizon of Poggers was actually better against this Deathrite Shaman. Azusa, go to command zone. A flipping Terra? That can be great. Copy Utopia Sprawl has haste, okay. Nice. Seems responsible to excel the Terra still. They recast Terra, so maybe they were looking for a reanimation target and they did find both Priest, Recurring Nightmare, and Ashen Rider. Monka. Yes. Is what I can say. Alright, Horn of Greed. Show me what you've got. They can reanimate Ashen Rider next turn. But they can only hit something, they cannot hit everything. Ghost Quarter should be good against them. But they do have both of their basics in play. Chupi chupi chapa chapa. Shooby dooby shabadaba. Show and tell. Resolves. Traxa. That's fine. Animate Dead, Dance of the Dead. Thoughtseize, Wildgrowth, Swords to Plowshares. Nie problem. Or is it? Is Tabernacle at Pendrell Valley legal in this format? No. Okay. Glacial Chasm into Crucible. They cannot attack, never. Well, I can't possibly imagine my opponent solving that issue, yeah. Chippy chippy choppa choppa. Holy guacamole. They hit my map. Really? Can you play Bojuka Bog? I don't think so. I have Pizza of Offering though. Talon Gates of Mandara. Interesting. Endurance, school. We drew Crystal Vein. That's not bad, but also not particularly good. We drew Castle Garen Brig. That is pretty bad.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Gotta play the cards.
Are there cards with Landfall Joy card? Well, Horn of Greed is kinda that. It's not quite landfall, it's whenever you play land, so it doesn't work with fetches. Tatiova sounds like she should be my commander then. Or like, if I could partner Tatiova and Azusa, that would be the strongest deck. Let's phase out the Ashen Rider. So they can sacrifice it and pick it up. With Recurring Nightmare. Intuition. That sounds like trouble. Choose one. I am afraid that the choice is an illusion. Well, Gorger Dragon hides everything. Sacrifices itself. You know what would be funny? A consign to memory. Why is Utopia Sprawl gone? Where is it? It's just gone. It was there. Would you play that card and say you forgot that trigger as a consign to memory pan? I wouldn't. What? Like, I see consign to memory and that they forgot a trigger. Yo, it seems like you have missed a trigger. Are you having memory problems, friend? What's here? That's taunting. Dryad Arbor with a Utopia Sprawl is sickening. That's why I don't play Commander. That's fair. Now they attach to a forest. I have to feed the dog, so I'll do that. And by that time, opponent probably would have killed me. Will have killed me. How do I think opponent is planning on winning the game after making infinite mana and drawing their deck? They probably will cast a removal spell on the World Georger and cast the rest of their cards. I haven't seen any removal spells that actually would break the loop. No, they just reanimate another target. That's how they break the loop. Of course. There's plenty of creatures in the graveyard. Plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. Alright, in that case I'll concede and we will move to match 3. By match 3 I mean match 4, because this would take a while more. Yavimaya Hollow, looking quite impressive. Sure. We have 2 Ugins, I guess I'll put back the more expensive one. Maybe we could put back Dark Depths, but that seems kind of bad when I have Expedition Map in my hand. And I can just try to produce a Maridlage. Instead again, how did the point win at the end? I scooped, so I guess we can't know. Polluted Delta. Underground Sea. Well, maybe that's a different Terra build. Ooh. Guess I'll just make a Maridlage next turn. End up with no lands in play, just 2020. Indestructible. Hopefully no one summoned. Hotsies. Sure. I don't know, I'll grab Yavimaya. But also I'm not really planning on playing it. So if I play with Dark Depths, my opponent cannot tap out. If they won't tap out, I guess I will not go for it. But I will play Yavimaya next turn. Tap Yavimaya Depths, Crystal Vein, play the remaining 2 lands and still threaten the combo. So now I just hold them in check. Seems like a pretty good situation. But they can't simply play a Terra here. Magical Adept. Holy shit, 2 backsides? Isn't that a bit much? Magic Online, don't you think? Big boots. Does she? Oh, Gravy Kabul, huh? This seems like a desperation move. But, you know, if they were to plow, it would suck. Terra. Well, this turn I will make a Maridlage. It's just that this turn it cost me way less than it did. Mill 5, get nothing. What's the Rights of Refusal? Never seen that card. Discard any number of cards. Counter target spell unless its control pays 3 for each card discarded this way. That's fucked up. It costs 2 either way. No, well, I have Azusa in play now. And other lands, which otherwise I would have never gotten there, and I would have needed to sacrifice my Crystal Vein as well. Canister wins, okay. Clearly they did not have plow on that turn, but it's good. Oh. They had plenty of discard spells. Do you ever board in Azusa? I can't. If I had another green legendary creature in my deck, I could, but I can't. The third and fourth player really ruin EDH, I agree. I'll keep this, So what we can do with this hand is villain. I can summon a turn to Azusa by crop rotationing for the green depletion land, which lets me play a turn to Azusa and start ramping quite early. If they discard spell me, I can just cast a Rumble turn 2, Azusa turn 3. That is fine as well. Although pretty scary to crop rot into an untapped island, so maybe I will not. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just rumble this turn. Thespian stage will mean that I can assemble the Marit Large again quite easily. Plateau, Underground, Mortuary, and Island. Nice mana base. Pink my guy. Sad. Oh, brutal. I guess you get Marit Lage next turn still. Sylvan Scrying into Dark Depths. No, crop rotation into Dark Depths. No! I guess Sylvan Scrying it is. There is no Wasteland in this format now. Damn, Azusa is so bad. What do you mean? The combo is with Thespian stage. Thank you, chat, for telling me that. I truly appreciate your support. They milled Agent of Treachery. Crazy. They took Survival of the Fittest. Understandably so. It is a Dust Ball format, yeah. Dust Ball is awesome. I don't feel value of Azusa as commander. Okay. Well, she got countered, right? If she resolved, then like you would probably feel the value better, right? If the card had resolved. Perhaps then I could play 2 extra lands, Sylvan Scrying for Dark Depths, and put a lot of pressure on my opponent. And now I merely make it Marit Lage. Whoa! Since how many Team Mechanister is a DC player? This is since Sunday, I guess. It's not too much. Seems like opponent is desperately searching for a solution to Marit Lage. Try harder, opponent. Maybe you will find a way. Maybe there is something. Maybe there is an option hiding somewhere. You'll get there soon. Will I come to win a Black Lotus and some mocks in the Relic Fest in France? Alright, maybe I'll read about this tournament, but the odds I'll go are 0%. Relic Fest, France, Duel Commander. November 6 to 9. Espace d'Agora, Toulouse. Yeah, like going all that way to Toulouse, that sounds rough. Tundra plus Plateau plus Savannah. First Black Lotus. $300 voucher. Everyone play goodie bag playmat. Holy shit. Toulouse. They can win a Mox. Wow. Sounds good. Emperor of Boners, okay. Agent of Treachery, okay. Oh no, what did I do? Fuck. They just don't activate it now. Oh, kurwa. No. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I didn't have a good play against that. It's good, chat. And by it's good, I mean it is not good at all, but we have to keep the Emperor mana up, or I'll make him mana late. And then next time I can play an Azusa. Play 2 fetches, and then what? We'll see. They should have stolen your depths in response to scrying. I agree, but I was hoping they won't. How about Tireless Tracker? Sounds okay. Sounds playable. My Yavimaya, powering their survival of the fittest. Ay ay ay. Also, it seems like we played against a red-green Terra deck, and now we are playing against a blue-black Terra deck, which is kind of funny. Being mono-green and not removing a creature ever sounds annoying. No, it's fine, chat. You just have to be aware of your own limitations, but I also have a Ugin in my hand. Make a Married Lash, Talon Gates it in response to them putting Stealer into play. Does that even work? If I Talon Gates the Emperor away? I don't think so.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Holy shit, almost 3 years of pure Canicista bliss, bless.
Canikister. Thank you, Pururin and MTG, for subscribing to my channel for almost 3 years. Alright, opponent. Kinda want to just scoop this one to them because they are taking ages. And they are overwhelmingly... They'll find something good with survival for sure, right? Submit deck for game 3. On the play, Azusa is way better. I think this is like 28 minutes on the clock or something like that. You do have more. This hand is good against discard spells, and we have a Rishadan Port, so we can do something on turn 2. From the myriad lines involving casting your commander on curve every single game. Fair. So I can ramp and then find Eye of Ugin and start casting Eldrazi's. What's my favorite Magic era? Probably KCI. KCI Modern. That was good. Were you a KCI player? Yes. Might be also a Dust Bowl moment. Is KCI legal in Commander? Well, probably. I would guess so. Scolded by Gandalf. Clarkran Ironworks is not on the list. Which color should I cut them off? Let's get the Thundering Falls. Green. I have Yavimaya in my hand, so eventually I will want to play it out. So I'll just tap the Tropical Island next turn. I'll tap it over Rishadan Port, and then end of turn I will decide if I search for Dust Ball or Eye of Ugin, but it's probably going to be Dust Ball. Point only has 2 cards in hand. They're pitching the Fury and answering my Commander twice. They just kind of can't do anything. I guess they'll have like +2 cards from Intuition, of course. +1 card. I have Scavenger Grounds in hand, so there shouldn't be too much that... Scavenger Grounds in play even, so there shouldn't be too much they can do. What do you search for the ball with? World Map. 3 mana, tap, sacrifices artifact, search your library for a land card. Alright, let's learn why they banned Blood Moon. In theory, it is a card that punishes color-intensive strategies, imposing a significant deck-building constraint in order to circumvent the problem. In practice, however, it is also effective against decks with few colors, and even against decks that play the card themselves. Having the mana base in order to be able to withstand a Blood Moon is never a good strategic choice, as it would render the deck unplayable against other decks, and its diffuse presence does not necessarily justify simply changing decks, thus taking on a regulatory role that the card can sometimes play in other formats, but which it cannot fulfill in ours given its own constraints. There is a lot of words to say that its Moon is giga cringe. Right. We have Wash Away, Worldly Tutor, and Ren and Sex. This is a wild combination of cards to find. You can have Ren. Doesn't seem like you're casting it. Yet Harbinger of Disease is in the format. Crazy, I know. We are dust bowling. How much is Azusa? 7 now. You don't even have a creature like worth reanimating, really. Blood Moon ban was controversial even within the community. That's wild. Ella, 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 Ella. Actually, whatever, that's fine now. We're gonna tap the fetch, end of turn. Sounds better. Hey, Canister, if you want to come to Relic Fest, we can invite you. Chad, I'm not that serious of a Commander gamer. I only started clicking cards 2 days ago. It's like... It's probably not gonna be happening for that much longer. Although, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Well, opponent has unbowled a little bit. Ooh, I Steel Explorer. That one is nice. Ella. Ella, Ella. Is Pauper a silly format? I mean, for sure, right? Evidently. Ela, Ela, Ela. O ty skurwysynu. Oh, I should respond with the fetch. Whoops. Too bad. I got too distraught by seeing the opposition agent. Now my forest is gone. It's good, it's good. Can play Yavimaya next turn and just play Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guess missing one. But I guess they also get to cast Terra, mill overlands. Because I don't have the Rishadan Port now, because I didn't shuffle with Prismatic Vista. Ay, ay, ay. That's not great. Magical Adept, show me what you've got. Unmarked Grave, Survival, Dance of the Dead, Underground Z, and Eladrami's Call. They chose Survival of the Fittest. They play my Stolen Forest. Brutal. Wait, actually Shrine is the extra 2 mana I need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. It's good then, it's good. We Emrakul. We are 1-2, are we? I guess that's true. Alright, Eldrazi Temple works as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I can play the Yavimaya Hollow. You control your opponents while they're searching their libraries. That is a fucked up line of text. Barrow-Goyf. This Corpse Dance. Return the top creature of your library. Graveyard the battlefield. Well, let's find something funny then. Is 19 divisible by 7? It is not. Sad. We can reanimate Bradlord and Toxic Deluge or Tainted Pact. They don't have the Blue Root Lord and they didn't have neither of those cards either. Seems like it. No Brood Lord, neither of those two. If Grizzlebrand attacks, they go to 5 life. Ren pings them. Can't you fail to find? Well, I'm just searching for a better place. I can. And then Grizzlebrand probably kills them somehow. Right. So this is 14. 17, they go to 1 if I grab Bogart Troller. No, it's just 1 off. Right? Yeah, Pyrogoyf can shoot face, but I can't... Well, I could try to draw into it. What a shit hand. Mental Misstep, any one drops to cast? No, not yet. I already played a land. I already played a Bogart Roller that dealt them 3 damage to keep this mana untapped. Really? No one drops? That's wild. Well, I can't cast a Spell Snare. Well, Spell Snare what? Chat. Wait, play land? Why can't I play a second land? What let me play the second land? Why does it say play land? No, land is not highlighted. This is just a bug. Okay, visual. I love how bad chat tends to get when a situation like this arises. They do have unburial rights, which is a problem. Why would I persist something? Just discard the persist and clean up, chat. Play fetch and rend ping, okay. Good idea, chat. Guess I will cycle the Troll of Khazad-dûm. Play Mental Misstep. Nie no, kurwa, pierdolne zaraz. Jak nie skończycie, czat. Exile Griselbrand. Discard cards. Discard. Discard. Why are they jumping around? They will have rights in their graveyard, unfortunately, but shouldn't be too bad. So their hand is 7 lands now. Most of them are City of Brasses or fetches. Pretty bad ones. Top deck Brainstorm. That's pretty good. Come on, Brainstorm. Couldn't you have been 1 card higher? I probably should have fetched with Vista and tapped their blue source, TBH, but my mistake, I guess. I think then they wouldn't have a green source. Discards Priest of Fell Rights, okay. So they reanimate their strongest monster, their strongest soldier. With Rights. Rights is 4 from the graveyard, so they get to grab Archon, discard Archon. Oh yeah. You could Bossage the Survival. There were many options. It's fine though, it's fine. It's not like Archon saves them. Emperor of Boners, oh kurva. That doesn't kill me, right? Because I can port now and that solves it. Even. And even then, like, it should be okay. How they play their land? I think they only had lands that deal damage to them, but I guess they can use Ren. No, they haven't made a land drop. They can just use Ren to pick up a Badlands and then reanimate the Archon, so... But they didn't saw that, so we are good. I'll say GG, but if they decide to actually reanimate the Archon, that's kinda rude. But even then, like, they reanimate the Archon, I just block with Emrakul. I sacrifice my 2 other guys. I was thinking if I should have maybe... Last turn, on their turn, I should have maybe survivaled for Psychic proc and discarded their entire hand and exiled their entire graveyard. Wait, City of Brass actually works as well. Because you can float and respond to the trigger, right? Maybe there is still a way, my friends. Maybe they will learn something. Nope. We'll see how it goes on the stack. I think my opponent is not very well versed in like how priority and magic works. So they don't really know how to perform City of Brass tricks. Which I guess is pretty tricky, like it's kind of an arcane knowledge. You are not just born knowing it, and it is kind of obscure in a way. Opponent is a chatter. I would like to play my next match though, so I mean if you could pass. Alright, they got the message. Time to 3-2 this league. Rishadan Port is a good reason to keep a hand. Popper is 580 something. True, I guess Popper is giga active because Popper is a league of true fighters. People here in the Popper leagues, they are not giving up. What's that, Commander? Holy shit. Mirror. 2 Azusas. Being on a play in such a matchup seems advantageous. Although I guess if I draw a non-land, it's gonna suck. A little bit. Not that much. Although Stone of Eric seems solid. Oh yeah, please kill my lands. Thank you. Thank you very much. Awesome, because I would have been fucked if that hasn't happened. Now let's just mill 3 lands in a row. No! A single fetch would have turned the tides. What do I think about Ice Steel and Titan? Do I think it has a place as a sideboard card? Seems really bad to me. But maybe it would have a purpose. I still have Ghost Quarters to bully Belcher. Maybe that's a plan. 4 lands of mulch, classic. Alright, I'm down to try Mr. Ice Steel Explorer. Would probably work better game 1. And then you need the Ghost Quarters in your deck as well. Not trivial. They will phase out my Ice Steel. Rip. I phased out. I steal Jenny from the block. Funny. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. I steal. I milled my Emrakul, that's kind of bad. Stone of Erech seems to suggest... Oh, they're playing something. Eye of Ugin. Ceaseless Hunger, oh no. Well, maybe that's not so bad, but it's not great either. How do I win? Couldn't just make Marid large? And hope they can't answer that. I have a food token. So I could grab Horizon of Progress, Talon Gates of Madara, Temple of False God, and a fetch. Maybe that's the way. Probably don't even need the fetch, the Horizon of Progress. Now let's grab Talon Gates. Look, you can take a hit from the Ulamog, that's fine. I'm still. Temple of the False God. Thespian stage. I played Dark Depths. Thespian stage. Temple of the False God. Copy Depths. Make Marid large. Play the stage. Pick up random lands from my graveyard. Josh. Yes, cool. Pass. This is a very mono-green mirror. Can you top that? They can gain free life with the food token at the very least, which is pretty strong. Will they summon a 30-30? Yes, I. Alright, PS reveal. Once again. What happened to my Marit? Plage. Eugene. And Ostone. Ostone seems pretty good. Maybe I should play it. Maybe it's better than All Is Dust. Would I play All Is Dust because it's also pretty good. Puppy is named Theo. Or Theo, rather. Alright, what now? I don't think I can win. But maybe Talon Gates of Madara is going to be crucial. Having fun is what matters, so true. Well, if I Marid Lage and step, I don't get Marid Lage, so it's in a way less optimal. But your mileage might vary, of course. Corsair. I barely knew her. Summoner's Pact. Chat, they have cards I don't. Run. Really eye-opening. Will Oblivion Stone make it to Canister's Azusa? Maybe. Ugin also gains life. That's a bit of a problem as well. What do they draw? What do they draw? What do they draw? Nothing too important, right? The Pact? Gosh. I still believe. I hit Azusa. And I don't know what's the next step. We'll figure it out next turn. They have to pay for a pact, so if I kill all of their green sources, they would die. Yeah, 7. They played attack edge, okay. That was the right. No attack with Wulamog, that's crazy. Brian was just like, yeah, sure, you can have 20 extra cards in your graveyard, that's fine. In your deck. We won? How? Good point, right? Redeploy the gates sounds good, honestly. Probably how. Well, they could kill it. For some reason, they don't care. Is there anything relevant I can find? Maze of Ith. Scavenger Grounds. I think it might actually be Radiant Fountain. So that my opponent cannot use the stone and attack me for 10 damage with Wulamog. Is Radiant Fountain gone though? It is. That's brutal. Riveter's Outlook is not gone though. That's the card. Alright, Riveter's Outlook. An Eye of Ugin? I don't know, doesn't matter much. Probably should be a bounce land to replay a land just to have more mana untapped for the Talon Gates. Because they could deny me my mana to use the Talon Gates. Which shouldn't matter. Because I just need to... No, I'm going face for sure. What I need to happen is I just need to attack my opponent again with Martial Age. Which seems like it's gonna be a bit hard, but maybe it's gonna work out. Kill my Eye of Ugin, which seems like the least important land. I think my opponent hasn't been giving the game it all. I think they could have played a bit better. Azusa is hard, I agree. I guess there's plenty of options every turn. Ooh, they have Abstergo. That's crazy. I should run it as well. Seems insane. Reclaimer? I don't know about that one. In paper, what do you do when you try to represent a card faced out? You just do. You just represent it. It's not that hard. Vesuva makes sense. They pick up the Gingerbread Cabin again. Does that bring them over 20? No, the Talon Gates, of course. They have a Veil of Summon in their deck, that's genius. Worldly Tutor, that seems unnecessary. I am sort of fucked. Spear of Resistance, that's crazy. Sounds interesting. They will face my marital age now. That's bad. Yeah, not attacking with Wulapok for the past 2 turns, kind of wild. The Closet. Alright, I can't beat that anymore. They overwhelmed me. You got me, opponent. Impressive Azusa gameplay on your end. But now I'm on the play. Seems like a keep. I think I should actually save GSZ for Icesteel Explorer. It seems really good in this matchup. So I will crop rot for the depletion land. Maybe even Eugene's Labyrinth, but I guess the depletion land seems better. Hickory Woodlot. Eugene, useful. Nice Kurim. They play snow-covered forest, but also forest. Curious. Is there any other reason to do that other than Field of the Dead? Adventures in. We are depleting. Oh, I know. You sure are. Milled Dryad Arbor. I guess I don't really want it. Play Misty because it mills the most. Probably should have played Misty 3 times, not shouldn't have played the forest from the graveyard. I don't see the value in Azusa Commander, says chat. Kurim. That's 6 mana. Titania's Command. Exile target player's graveyard. You gain 1 life for each card exiled this way. Search for 2 lands. Where is my graveyard? Where is my auctioneer? I guess punished for sorcery speed patching. Alright, Dust Ball would be nice. Grazer will have to do as well, I guess. I'll exile your Azusa. Duro. That's not a land. Oh no, so much value lost this turn. -3 land drops. Ay ay ay. But next turn, Karnot is gonna show them. Pies dziewczyna. Alright, opponent, I have to finish this league and go walk the dog out. Or otherwise I risk an unpleasant incident in the living room. So if you could please hurry up and just lose to my Ugin quickly twice, that would be nice. Guildless commons. Rarity uncommon, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's unpleasant. Guess I can Karnold the Ulamog. Karnold seems to have the power to bind the strongest Eldrazi's, but is it gonna be enough when Eye of Ugin is gonna find another one soon? I worry the answer is not. X equals 6 has to be Primeval Titan, right? Who's a tower? And they phase the Titan out? Whoa! So I guess they play the land that makes all of your things every type, right? Expedition map.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Hello, Mr. Casual Gamer.
Welcome, Lizerk. Although I'm not sure why you felt the need to start the day by insulting me. Nissa Resurgent Animus could be a thing in DC. Is Nissa... is that the War of the Spark Nissa? And by War of the Spark I mean... the creature Nissa? Yes. It sounds like an alright creature to have access to on turn 3 every single time. Do you think Karn Liberated would be playable again in Modern if it was errata to be a Kindred Eldrazi Planeswalker? Probably. I think it would be quite good then. Because then it would be a card that is Giga Premium with both Labyrinth and Temple. I bet you could do some fucked up shit with the Mindslaver. Well, I'm hoping for that. I am Rakul. Fellows Hammer, solid. Privateer's Outlook. I have Ugin. What can we find? I hope they play Sylvan Safekeeper. They play Isle Pile? Interesting. They don't seem to be playing... Wow, Standing Brigade, that's funny. There doesn't seem to be many cards that I could use to ruin them. Dust Ball. It's not even good because now I can't cast a Rhythm from the graveyard. Ah, yeah, that's kind of not great, maybe. 1, 2, 3. How much mana is that? 4. There's no Crumbling Vestige, no. Probably should have gotten Tech Edge and not when I did that. Bit of Offerings. Okay, that sounds like a solution. Kill their War Room so they can draw. I guess play the Reviter's Overlook but not find anything. And I don't know. Play Veil. Your turn. Now they got to 27 life, which is kinda unpleasant. Because my Emrakul deals fewer damage, but seems like they would get 2 more life anyways. Those leagues are lengthy. I guess, like, if we go to game 3, then time will be a consideration for sure. They can Shifting Woodland the Titan as well. Next turn. Which is not great. Provided that I always dust them. Okay, drawing Ulamog is pretty helpful. They have 3 types, yes, but if I cast All Is Dust, which I was kind of planning on. But now I'll just exile Corsair and Ogre, then they can't do anything next turn for sure. Now they draw the Crucibles, actually they can, right? They can replay the War Room. So I'll do this and then I'll cast All Is Dust. I think that should leave them with... Then they don't have a good top deck, right? Because then they draw Crucible, they can play Crucible Azusa, but the Azusa is what, 7 mana? So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana left still, so I guess they still can do some stuff, but not that much. We did some hard testing of the Silksong theory, and you actually don't even need to stream Silksong. You can stream Magic the Gathering in the Silksong category, and it still works. At which police will come after you? They did not. They played Horizon of Progress? I guess that cycles as well. Okay. I forgot about that. There's plenty of lands in this deck with many abilities. Remembering them all is challenging. A potem na dupy. Alright, Canister wins. Seems like Theo will crap himself. Too bad. I guess this is a turn to Azusa, and then Ramunap Excavator is good. And is good. Well, the song is largely about Sod, I guess. Re-release. Mulch. They mulched 2 lands. Okay. Let's find Hickory again. Hickory Woodlot. A potem na dupy. And I loam each back my forest, which is very useful with Ramunap Excavator in play. I will dredge free next turn, seems better than doing anything else. So commanders are sorta like companions before the rules change. One could argue that that was the original... oh no, Pit. The original inspiration for commanders, I guess. Ooh, that's awesome. Alright, we have ramped massively. Opponent was on the play, but I'm not lagging too much behind. In fact, they kinda need to catch up. Which they could on their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could cast a wall breaker on my Eye of Ugin or showing Myco Spawn, maybe that's even better. Opponent finds an Urza's Tower and gets my Eye of Ugin. Sad. Losing the Eye of Ugin is, I guess, painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Let's lead by playing a Maze of Ith. Mill over a Corsair of Crufix. Tapped is a pain. Can't even choose to put it into my hand if I want to. Sad. Could grab Oracle of Mul Daya. That's probably pretty bad. Could get a bounce land. I think I'll get Riveter's Outlook though. I have 3 minutes, I guess I'm gonna time out as well. The lag that has been built up so far is pretty significant as well. Ooh, I got Dust Bowl. I am an awesome Magic the Gathering player. I'm so good at this game. Well, kinda. Aerial Pro would have also flipped the Yavimaya here. But next turn, I will show my opponent who's the boss. The Dust Ball is going to go hard after the lands. Is a Dust Ball a real thing? Dust has no time to settle as new dust arrives. A real phenomenon. Dust Ball. period of severe dust storms that greatly damaged the ecology and agriculture of the American and Canadian prairies during the 1930s. Crazy. Primeval Titan. It's not bad. Will they find a Pit of Offerings, or I guess a copy of Pit of Offerings? That's sad. It feels to me like my opponent made some random plays game one, but then they showed that they are a pretty experienced Azusa gamer, and they know what's up. So, you know, kind of conflicted. Forgotten Chalar. Cast Carnot from the graveyard. Exile the Primeval Titan. Pass. Hickory Dickory Dock. A dock where Hicks fuck each other. Okay. Experienced Azusa gamer equals plays Ulamog turn 5. Well, they did not, so I guess not experienced enough. Repassing? That's crazy. Sylvan's Crying. War Room. Okay. Mailed all of my Eldrazi's. No. Holy shit, when two Azusa players clash, wild stuff is happening. Drew and Eldrazi, I can't cast it anymore though, I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, no Eye of Ugin. Plays an Eye of Ugin. But they have 1, 2, 3, 4 Eldrazi mana? They grabbed Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger and they can't play it? Puzzling. Well played, opponent. Seems like they got the clock diff into their head too much. Although I should hurry as well. We have a Maredlage attacking next turn, and then my opponent cannot block all the damages incoming as well. Now restart the game. Still need 3 more loyalty on my Carnot to do that. So I don't think we're gonna have the time to do that. Although, does Karn Liberated restarting the game also restart the clocks? Is that how it works? It sure sounds like it. Oh Jezus, co to jest? Blinks 2 things. He tapped my Karn? What happened? I think they're dead. They didn't blink my Model Age? Karn doesn't change the clock. I actually expected that. We played for 4 hours, 12 minutes. And we got rewarded with 1 qualifier point and 1 chest. With including Liliana's Mastery, K-Direct Parasite, Transcendent Master, and 5 play points. It was a pretty... Well, it was pretty fun to do. I'm pretty sure I couldn't do that every day, though. It is a bit much, a bit extreme.